four-sided figure. You know, I jokingly say Tweed had his triangle, we have our tetragon. And I think what Tweed left out, upper incisor, and that's the difference in what his triangle was and what ours is. And this is the tetragon. And now you have if you'll turn the pages, a couple of pages, you can see that here. Yeah, okay, see, there it is. Now go back to where you kind of refer to that as we go through this. Now, plus stands for A and B and the soft tissue profile. So basically, this is what I need to diagnose a case. Now I know at school you guys measure everything in the world, and you have all these programmed analyses that print out all these measurements, and all those things are great. Again, being old-fashioned, you give me this information, and I think I can pretty well diagnose the case the way I think it should be. I'm going to go through each one of these now and describe them to you. What are the goals for these measurements? Okay, number one, I go back to my Tweed background, IMPA. That's the best thing I learned from the Tweed technique, is lower incisor position. IMPA should be within 3 degrees of its original position. So when you diagnose a case cephalometrically and you trace out IMPA, whatever that number is, in general, you want to keep it in that same position. And as you treat it, your flexibility there is 3 degrees. If you take it beyond 3 degrees, there's a good chance it's going to be unstable. Now, let me say this about those of you who just got back from the Tweed course. Please completely take an eraser and erase from your mind this business of 90 degrees IMPA. Now, do they still teach that your goal is 90 degrees IMPA? That is totally, completely false. And so just don't even think about that as far as your goals in treatment. It has nothing to do with anything. Now, however, you notice I have an asterisk here. And what that means is that if we have a very convex or concave profile, it may require more changes. If your patient has a convex profile, a bimaxillary protrusion, then you want to extract teeth and you want to retract your lower incisors a lot more than 3 degrees. You might want to bring them back 10 or 12 degrees. Conversely, when you have a very concave profile and all the teeth are in, like a division 2, you may want to bring the lower incisor forward 20 degrees. So those are the 2 exceptions to the rule, the convex and the concave. How many in this room know what your IMPA is? Haven't you done a ceph on yourself and traced to that? How many have it at 90 degrees? Uh-oh. Then you're not going to be stable according to treat. See, I make my point. I'll never forget when I was in school, I took a ceph on myself and traced it out, and my IMPA is 100 degrees. And I was heartbroken. I really was. I had been so programmed to that 90 degrees that I thought they were going to have to extract teeth and move them back. And I remember going to my instructor and showing it to him and saying, "What's going to pop them out there?" then you're in trouble. And the sad truth is, when you do that, it will not be stable. And see, that's the thing that Tweed taught us, is in the stability. But what he did, or his disciples did, is they brought the teeth back too far. And that caused a concave profile, and that's what was the demise of the Tweed technique. But this has got to be our goal, is to try to keep it as close to where it is at the beginning of the treatment. Okay, does anybody disagree with that? Come on.